Good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on this Monday morning. It is now the 23rd day of December, 2024. This is the morning briefing just a couple of days before Christmas. And on this Monday morning, as I look out the window of the home weather office, we do have some clouds, but also a little bit of sun. It's nice to see the fog has been broken out, at least here, and nice to see some sun yesterday. Well, we do have some rain and snow coming. And what we saw over the weekend was, wasn't a lot to write home about. But this one that we're going to expect tomorrow is going to move through relatively quickly, but we are going to see both rain and Sierra snow, and enough Sierra snow that we will have travel issues for a while during the day tomorrow. So let's get right to that. And here's how we look this morning. We do have a few high clouds coming in, but this is the weather system we'll be looking at developing out here in the Pacific that will be bringing us the rain and snow during the day tomorrow. Like I said, it's not a big weather system, but enough that we'll notice it as it goes on by. So let's take a look at some models. We'll just kind of hop right into it this morning. And I'm going to start with the HRRR, the high resolution model. And this is today. And as you can see, there's rain off the coast, but the valley and the Sierra are nice and dry. And as we get into tonight, this is tonight around 9 o'clock. There are some light showers to the north, and the best rain is off the coast. But as this system comes inland, boy, it's going to start pretty warm. Let's get into tomorrow morning. This is tomorrow morning around 6 a.m. Look at the Sierra. That is rain in the Sierra. On the early edge of this, we're going to see snow levels up around 8,000 feet. So this is going to be one of those cases where the Sierra starts with rain and changes to snow, as you'll see in just a second. However, as you can see north here, there is some snow on I-5 as you go north of Lake Shasta, Mount Shasta, and you get up toward the Oregon state line. There is some snow there. And we're just starting to get into some rain in places like Chico, Grass Valley, and Sacramento, and not as much in the San Joaquin Valley yet. But in just another hour or so, everybody starts to get into the rain. And this is, this is 8 o'clock in the morning. We're now getting into some snow in the Sierra. So if you do want to travel in the mountains tomorrow, Interstate 80, Highway 50, Highway 88, and you don't want to worry about chain controls, go early, because the later in the day it gets, the better chance we have of finding snow that will impact the roads. This is probably some of the best rain we will see around 8 o'clock in the morning for the valley. This is 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. And the back edge of the steady rain is beginning to move through. You can see the snow level dropping. So let's just pay attention to the Sierra again. That's a snapshot around 10 o'clock in the morning. So we'll back up here. And as you can see here at this hour, this is around 7 o'clock in the morning. It is raining, but just 2 hours later, just watch how that snow level drops. And it goes all the way down to maybe about 4,500, 4,800 feet. And we will be seeing some really good snow up on the summit. So this is 10 o'clock in the morning. This is chain controls. This is chain controls on 80 and 50 and 88 and just really slow travel. So this is, late morning. A couple of hours later, it's still snowing in the Sierra. This is around noontime. Although the snow may be breaking up, you just know what it means on I-80. And if there's just one spin out, we're going to be, I shouldn't say we, still in my television mode. TV stations are going to be showing cars backed up for miles on I-80 just because it's Christmas Eve. As we go into the afternoon in the valley, we are still seeing some scattered showers in the valley, but those break up. The snow begins to end. This is around 6 in the evening. The snow is basically over. There'll be some snow showers, but the residual effects of getting 6 to 8 inches of snow is still going to be there, which means that we will still have issues on the roads. So even though you see this and it looks clear around 10 o'clock at night, I would expect that we'll probably have chain controls up well into the night. And then as we get into Christmas morning, everything is clear. The only thing I'll caution us on right now is there isn't much gradient. There isn't much wind with this thing that goes through, either in the valley or in the Sierra, either prefrontal or postfrontal. And that means that we could have some valley fog first thing on Wednesday morning. But I think Wednesday, Christmas Day, is going to turn out to be a pretty good day. So how much snow are we talking about? As I scroll over this from the HRRR, this is picking up 8s and 10s. I think that something around The ski areas could see 10 to 12, perhaps. I think that elevations around 5 to 6,000 feet will see something more like, 4 to 6, something like that, 6 to 7,000 feet, maybe more in the 8-inch range. Not a big one, but, a foot of new snow on Christmas Eve for the ski areas and then dry on Christmas Day. That's a nice present for the ski areas. And then for the valley, for the rain, looking at probably a quick third to a half an inch of rain in the foothills. Places like Grass Valley could see upwards of an inch of rain. Auburn, same story. Placerville, maybe 3/4 of an inch to an inch. And then into Sonora, maybe about 3/4 of an inch of rain. Into Solano County, a little bit less, 1/4 to a half an inch of rain. And the best rain is up here on the north coast, where we could see, the model's picking up around 3 inches of rain. So that's the HRRR version of this. Let's go to the NAM version of this, because this will go out a little bit farther in time, but without the same sort of resolution. But the timing looks very similar. And this is 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. We have rain in the valley, and you'll notice rain in the Sierra. But here, too, you'll see the quick change over to snow. This is 10 o'clock in the morning, and then 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we have really good snow in the Sierra. So this looks very similar to the HRRR in terms of timing, as well as that dropping snow level, as you can see here. Starts as rain, changes to snow, and then the snow level drops down to around 4,800 to 5,000 feet. We clear out on Tuesday night so that Christmas morning is dry, but again, no pressure gradient here, so no wind, and with residual moisture, we may be seeing more in the way of valley fog. So that's Wednesday afternoon. So we've had a nice dry Christmas day and a good day for travel on Christmas Day if you have to do any of that. And then as we get into Thursday, boy, last week this Thursday system looked really robust. Now this Thursday system is looking very weak, but there'll be some showers to only be replaced by maybe a better weather system on Friday. This snapshot right here is around 4 p.m. on Thursday. So yeah, Thursday may bring a few showers, but it's nothing like what we were looking at for this time frame last week, at least on the NAM. All right, so let's talk a little bit about. Boy, there was some chatter last week about atmospheric rivers. Did the weekend seem like an atmospheric river to you? No, me either. And what we're going to see here on Tuesday, I guess technically you could call that an AR. This is what we're expecting for tomorrow. But really, to me, it's just a cold front. It's just not sustained. So again, if anybody's making waves about, an atmospheric river for tomorrow, it's just a little cold front. It just goes by too quick. This has more of the makings of an AR. This is as we head into Thursday, but this too is looking weaker. But this pattern here, this is on Saturday morning, that looks better, but it's on the north coast and into Oregon. But to me, that's more of an AR sort of a pattern because it's sustainable all in one area, as you can see here. See how that line just stays persistent and then it kind of sags through our area. But the one thing about these, whether you want to call them ARs or whatever it is with these patterns of these waves of moisture coming our way, we all know how the California rain and snow season goes. And when you get these sort of things, you just hope that they are as productive and beneficial as possible. Like here, this is the one we're expecting on Friday night, Saturday, that I'll show you more detail here in a minute. But you hope that they're as productive for snow and rain as possible because we all know how the pattern can change, like here. So this is Monday. This is so a week from today. Notice that we have the dry air here now into the western states, and all the moisture is not immediately coming our way. And instead, on Tuesday, this is New Year's Eve, instead, what we have here is dry north flow, which means nothing in the way of rain. And then all the moisture from the Pacific seems to be avoiding California and the West. As you can see here, this is getting into Friday. So New Year's week is looking like it could be very dry. And it's one of those things that you hope the pattern changes again because what we're looking at right here isn't great. Now, I'm out here into, let's see, this is January 8th. So all of this out here is, kind of in the, yeah, we'll see about that. But right now, this pattern that we're looking at here, this very dry pattern with the north flow, we get that during the winter, but you just hope it doesn't last too long. But that's a big difference from this sort of pattern where we have waves of moisture coming our way. If you want to call it, atmospheric rivers, have at it. But, it just doesn't quite get there. All right, let's show you the GFS, and this goes well out into time. And as you can see, this is what we're expecting on Tuesday, dry on Wednesday. This model also really dries that system out on Thursday. There'll be some showers Thursday, but nothing too exciting. This is the system on Friday that may be a little bit better. When I say Friday, it's actually Thursday night and into the day Friday. So this is, 1 o'clock in the morning Friday. So Friday morning we'll likely have rain, Sierra snow. Looks like it actually gets warmer. Nice snow here during the overnight, and then it looks like it actually is some warm air advection, so the snow level goes up. So we could have a snow changing back to rain sort of a pattern. And then we get into the day on Saturday, and everything lifts off to the north. This pattern, there we go, into the north wind sort of pattern. There's a lot of, as we get toward the weekend and next week, we'll see about that. In the meantime, tomorrow, we do have the rain coming in the morning, tapering off in the afternoon and evening. Sierra snow, there is, let's see. Wednesday is going to be a good travel day in the mountains. Tuesday, once we get past about 8 or 9 in the morning, you're just going to find slow going. Not saying this is going to be enough to close the road unless there are lots and lots of spinouts and that sort of thing. But there will be, times to avoid in the Sierra, times to take advantage of. If your travel time going over the summit is more flexible, use early Tuesday morning or wait until Wednesday morning. Those times you'll find easy travel through the Sierra. But again, Wednesday's dry. Thursday, there may be some showers during the day. We'll keep our eye on that system that's Thursday night, Friday morning. That one could be a little bit wetter. That one may actually be a little bit more AR-ish, if you will. So that's everything I've got for you on this Monday morning. As I mentioned last week, the weather office, the home weather office, is open this week. Although I'm going to talk to the boss. I think Wednesday. I think I'm going to insist that Wednesday we close down for the day. I don't know. They're tough. They're tough here at Mark Feinen Weather on YouTube. I don't know. I'll talk to them. But the offices are open this week. But we'll see about Wednesday. Make it a great day. I'll talk with you later.